Hey guys, Max Sleepy here, and welcome to a brand new series on the channel. This time we're going to be playing the very recently released Master of Command, a game I've had my eye on for a little bit. Played the demo, really liked it. I think this one could be a real hit. I think it's a phenomenal game. Set during the 7 Years' War, so 18th century. It combines a sort of almost Mountain Blade style campaign map along with simplified Total War real-time strategy battles. So yeah, we're going to jump in. It's a game I've wanted to play for a while. A couple of people have been asking for it, so let's go. We're going to start a brand new campaign, and the demo we only had the Kingdom of Prussia. I played through, won the campaign as Prussia. I didn't bother recording that because I didn't know whether anyone would want it, but as I said, some people have been asking for it. But of course, if you've seen any of my other sort of strategy videos, and if you've ever listened to my voice, you'll know that I am British, and therefore we are going to be playing as the British. It's a more challenging battle or campaign. We potentially won't get through it. It's a kind of game where you want to be. There's a lot of replayability, but we have highly disciplined infantry, famed for accuracy, delivering volleys with a steadiness few can match, supported by good auxiliaries from Hanover and Hesse. Their armies combine English professionalism with German reliability. So that all sounds quite good, doesn't it? We're few in number, fielding smaller battalions and requiring high standards of training, so promotion to veterans take a while. And at the moment we only have access to the British Expedition. So you can go in here and do regimental unlocks as you sort of gain things. I don't think anything carried over from the demo, so we've got nothing at the moment, but yeah. I'll apologise for a bit of delay in some uploads. I've had some IRL stuff going on, different job, and just wanted to take a bit of a break. You know, just to take a bit of a break, you know, enjoy myself. We are going to be playing on we're going to play on Captain difficulty. I'm familiar with the mechanics, but I certainly wouldn't say I've done multiple playthroughs, and I definitely haven't mastered the game. So we're going to go for Captain difficulty, so we get double starting resources and a bit higher morale. And the enemy nation, so we will be fighting the Habsburg monarchy, so that's like Austria, the Russian Empire, and of course the perfidious and slimy French. We are allied with the Kingdom of Prussia, which is probably my sort of second favourite nation from this historical period. So we will start with pontoons, some pipers, light saddles, of course, good old cups of tea, and a regiment of stuff marksmen. We start with some light dragoons, a regiment of British foot, a regiment of Highland foot, and our general will be John Manners Granby, who comes with good stuff, to be fair. Good cavalry accuracy and reload, so we might want to make sure these guys stay as range cav. And meticulous, higher infantry accuracy but lower reload speed. That's fine. And we gain double the veterancy in drilling stance. Okay. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. So I haven't played through at all yet on the full game, so we're going to be seeing everything together. And we have three options here. So we can reinforce Brandenburg. So head over to the continent. We can reinforce Scotland. Apparently the Russians have invaded, which didn't happen in real life. Or we can protect Westphalia. So it's basically, what do we want? flying batteries and some Hessian Grenadiers. We can get veteran foot and blitz. Or we can go for some British Grenadiers. I'm kind of tempted to protect Westphalia and get the British Grenadiers. The target training would be quite nice as well. Just make us more accurate. Yeah, we're going to go for Protect Westphalia. So in we go. So the game's broken down into 3 acts, each of which get harder. It's a little bit, I don't want to say roguelike as such, but it is a little bit randomised in how it plays. So here we go. This is our camp. At the moment we've got high spirits. We get more money every day, but brigades cost more. And yeah, we've got the thin red line. So, with regards to our Highland foot, we're naturally going to give them pipers. The pipers give them extra morale and charge. Our foot regiment, let's chuck on the spontoons and the regimental staff. Our cav, let's give them the saddles. Nice, they do start with carbines, that's good. So let's give them the cups of tea as well. Yeah, that's all looking quite reasonable at the moment. So we jump out. We got a little letter of marque. Yep. General, your army stands at the frontier. Though modest in size, your forces are disciplined and in good order. A nearby depot lies ahead, lightly defended. Serves as a good starting point. I think this is a little event that you always get. As soon as you start a campaign, land is open, roads clear. Ideal for seeking out skirmishes and encounters. Engage patrols boldly, even those larger than your own. Their troops are of lower quality. Spoils and equipment will serve you well. Yes, that is very much a thing in this game. Right, so we need to secure 4 encampments, 5 convoys. And excellent, so we'll go into the supply cache first. And we probably... There's not a lot of cash. The ammunition will go down quite quickly. No, we'll take the money. And we'll fight a small enemy army. So this is like, this happens every campaign, I think. So we're fighting some provincial cavalry, some recruits, so this will be an easy battle. But yeah, let's go in and see what we can do. So I've had a lot of fun with this game. The demo was fantastic. I played through it a few times. Really, really good. So I'm really excited to be playing the full game. And okay, so here we go. I think we're just going to leave this as it is, and we're just going to try and take the hills. One thing I do wish this game had, which is sort of a feature of Total War, is being able to see where you've sent your troops. So on Total War, obviously, you can press the space bar and it will show you where you've positioned your troops. In this game, space just pauses. Right, so we've decided where we're going to go. We're just going to speed up time a little bit. Get our troops in. Listen to our piper. Have our officer follow up, Ferdinand von Braunschweig. Phenomenal name. Okay. So we're going to hold the hill. I'm just going to rotate our troops a little bit. So in theory, we should outrange them. We'll keep our general in the centre for morale purposes. We'll utilise our cavalry, probably to collapse the Royal recruits, but we will need to drive off their cav first. Our guys are obviously dragoons, so they're kind of more effective shooting, as it were. So what I might do actually is send them out to flank. So let's send them off, right. Let's just make sure our Highland foot are area. So we're now about to open up on the Fusiliers. There we go, first French casualties of the war. And our Highland Foot have targeted the Fusiliers early. Not a massive problem. Right, their cav are potentially going to try and flank us, so let's make sure our Highland Foot are actually targeting the recruits. And once they've engaged, we'll use the Dragoons to start popping off as well. These guys are 78 to 68, which isn't bad. We've got 43 to 0, which is really good. The recruits have a shorter range, so they actually have to get substantially closer than they probably want. We'll get our Dragoons into position, just harass their flank. Our British Foot are doing alright still. What we need to do is collapse these recruits ASAP. Their morale is already pretty low, which is quite good. Whereas our morale is absolutely phenomenal. Right, brilliant. So they've already shattered. And now what we're going to do is move our Highland Foot up. We'll have them run because we want them in position ASAP. Right, they're going to charge with the cav, so make sure we shoot the cavalry. We should be able to get a volley in, potentially destroy them before they even make it. Yeah, phenomenal. Right. Now what we need to do, let's just get our troops in. Those Fusiliers are going to crack sooner. These units are shattered. Once they're shattered, they don't come back. That's game over for them. Tell you what, let's give them a little charge now. Their morale's really low. Yeah, there we go. Absolutely destroyed them. So we came out of that with probably very low casualties and a lot of high damage. And there we go, won our first battle, 214 thalers. Quite a lot of kills, not a huge amount, yeah, they only killed 321 of us. We got some nice little bits and pieces, some military treatises, iron 6-pound howitzers, that's quite nice. We need to get veterancy on our boys really quickly. We're doing alright on money. Ammunition we're fine on. We don't need the reservists are tempting, but let's use this first battle to try and get some more veterancy on our boys. Great, so we'll replenish our troops, replenish the ammo, and then let's see. So the Dragoons are as far as they can be. We can't do anything else with the Dragoons. Our foot, we can only go up to veteran foot as well, or grenadiers. Not Highland Foot, we can go to Highland Grenadiers, so we'll look at doing that. But we've got some more gubbins. Let's see what we've got. So haversacks, the shoes. Let's give our boys the shoes, and let's give them morale and stamina. We could give them the spontoons as well. Yeah, we'll drop 50 and give them the spontoons as well, which are sort of little spear type halberdy things. And then we've got some bits for artillery, which we don't have at the moment, so no need to worry about that. Right, let's head over to the outpost. Replenishing our troops. And see what we get. So, this station reports an abundance of war material. Owing to early successes, Quartermaster asks whether we are in need of anything. Okay, so we're swapping 60 troops for some stuff. 70 thalers for 60 reservists, that's worth it. And then let's try and get up to this encampment. And we're going to head towards a town. Although we'll head directly over this first way. Ah, nice! So we're going to get a unit of something. We're not going to get Frenchmen because we don't want Frenchmen. So we can have, we can't get any, so we can get some Grenzers, Cossacks, or Germans. I'm kind of tempted by the Cossacks, I have to admit. It's kind of tempting to go for the Cossacks, I have to say. We probably could do with another unit of troops, so we're just going to go for some German subsidy recruits for now. And we're going to keep heading on. So let's hop into these slums, and we'll start aiming for a town as we go sort of this direction. So a group of soldiers and civilians taking room in one of the back rooms here. Here is thick with smoke and coin, changing hands over rounds of Pharaoh. Some of our men have expressed interest in trying their luck. What happens in the Holy Roman Empire stays in the Holy Roman Empire. Let's rig the game because we're allowed to. Why not? So what we're going to do, we're going to hit up, let's go for these slums. We'll do this encampment, this convoy, and then we'll probably head up to a town. Yeah, we've got the ammo. Let's do it. We lost some troops, but we're fully equipped at the moment. So the enemy headquarters is going to attack on day 150. We've got plenty of time. Oh, okay. Right, we're going to go for the Cossacks here. I don't think we have room, though, sadly. If we purchase a new brigade, do we get them? Or have we just been mugged off royally? I think we've just been mugged off royally. Damn, that's annoying. Well, we want the other brigade anyway, so we'll have the brigade. There might be a chance for a battle here. We can't do anything here. We haven't got the reservists. We're just going to have to leave. Right, let's head up to a town. Let's head up. Oh, battlefield. So this is where the sort of Mount and Blade style thing comes in. Likely to rescue a cavalry reg. Yeah, let's do it. Yes! We got another unit of British Provincial Cav. Right, so we're out of troops, but we now have a second unit of Provincial Cavalry. So these are like the lowest level of Cav. So we can train them up to do whatever we want, really. Excellent. Right, so we've now got the makings of quite a solid force here, actually. I didn't realise they went up there. See, we're still learning, guys. We're still learning. Right, so here we are. Let's get 1,000 troops. Let's go up a little bit. And then let's speak to the QM. Actually, let's see what's in the barracks first, because I could do with some artillery if there's some going. There is not. Right. In the quartermaster, we're going to sell that. Confirm. So we're doing really well here at the moment. Powder house. You can get some chevaux de fruits. Or just they're just upgraded with the stakes, basically. Quite good ones though. Why not? The ammo's cheap here. And we'll head up for a convoy. Alright, so there's a big enemy army. They won't move, they stay permanently entrenched basically, so we don't have to worry too much. To take a bit of attrition. Here we go. So, conduct a thorough search. Confiscate those goods. Nice, so we got some better stuff. So, these Provincial Cav, let's give them some Dragoon swords. Let's give them nothing else. These guys got Lampat muskets. So they're nowhere near as accurate, or not really really going to bother with that, are we? Land pattern musket's actually not bad, to be fair to it. These guys have just got 1 muskets though, so let's give these guys the Jonkoping. Let's give these guys the Neustadt. And we're looking a lot better. These guys already have Dragoon swords, and I don't plan to use them in melee. We'll turn these guys into actual Dragoons once they get up some tiers, and they'll be our melee cav. And then we've also got our frontier recruits, which we'll turn into we'll turn them into Cossack cavalry, and then probably go either Don or Slobodian. Maybe even settled hussars, but we'll see. Right, so we do need an officer at some point. So let's go into Oldendorf. The officers cost more here, which is annoying. What's this guy? Not great. Also not great, really. The veterancy gain's quite nice, though. I think we'll take him. Von Nipphausen. So he's going to be in command of the 2nd Brigade. While Granby leads the 1st. We've got some more bits to sell, haven't we? Yep, so some more guns and some walnut sabres. Confirm that. Go into the barracks, see if we can get some artillery yet. Ugh, it's really annoying. We need some artillery. Can redcoat recruits go into artillery? They can. So what we might just have to do is buy some redcoat recruits. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to buy another unit, and this unit we're going to turn into artillery later down the line. What's going on the gunsmith at the moment? Some really nice land pattern muskets. I'm tempted to buy those for our regiment of foot because they're higher quality. And then let's give them those. Let's give them those. Yeah. Right, we need to get in some battles because we're a bit poor at the moment. We've got an encampment up there, so we'll head up here, see if we can. Yes, there we go. There's a little patrol army. Don't really want to give the cannon, so we'll give up the field works and take some civvy items. Nice. So what civvy items did we get? We got ramrods for extra reload. Stick those on the British foot. What else do we get? We got coffee, which is really nice, and some large canteens. We'll chuck them on there. Let's head for this encampment. We need to pick up some enemy armies as well, although we can finish the encampment thing here and now potentially. Yeah, let's have a regiment of staff officer. What we got? Quartermaster, very nice. Let's chuck him here in the redcoat recruits. Try and get their veterancy up a little bit. Then we're going to head over to this encampment, and that will give us a regiment of grenadiers, which is really nice. 100 ammo for regiment experience. Yes, right, great. So we got our grenadiers, and all of our units have gained some experience. So there we go. What I'm going to do is, this is going to be the British Brigade. And this is going to be my main British force. The 2nd Brigade's going to be just everybody else, really. But we've got a convoy down here. Let's try and secure that. Excellent. seize the rations. Why would you not? So spirit rations obviously go to the Russians, and the beer can go to the Germans to replace their coffee. What's the coffee? 4 and 2. Oh, that's melee damage. Okay, let's give the beer to the provincial cav actually, because that's melee damage and morale. So they're going to be used in melee. Right, let's head up to the battlefield, and then we really need to start having some combats. Nothing we can do there. We just lost troops, so let's head into Munster. And let's gain another 1,000 troops. Let's gain some food. Visit the QM. Sell those crappy guns. Right, let's leave here and let's try and find some battles. We're a 8,000 strong army now, so we're probably one of the more powerful forces here. We actually got 90% of that force for pretty cheap, to be fair. Here we go. Alright, there's a patrol. Oh, let's take this fight here. That's what these guys got. Okay, so they do have some artillery, but it is mostly recruits. 4 units of recruits, they'll go down like nothing. Couple of line units. 1 unit of cav and a unit of artillery. So this should be fine. The numbers are kind of even, but their troops are worse than ours for the most part. Although we are sitting on 3U. Actually, the forces are kind of similar. This will be a decent fight. Right, so here we are on the battlefield. The game's kind of lined out how it thinks we should go, and then we can have a look at where the enemy's going to go. So they've kind of put their artillery over there. We potentially want to fight from the forest. Where's their cavalry going to go? They haven't really done much of their cavalry yet. Cavalry's kind of in the centre, so potentially we want to keep our grenadiers in the centre. Their fusiliers are all on that side, their recruits are across the rest of the area, so that works. So the provincial cav over there, should they need to do anything, we'll keep our general over with the recruits. And let's go. Right, so these gentlemen, we're gonna have this side on lock. Get our grenadiers pushed out. Our Highlanders over here. Our British foot over here. Let's got our light dragoons posted up. Get our general out there. Have our provincial cav over here. So we really, really want to get some artillery as soon as we can. Artillery is super, super important. Right. So they're going for the... We need to kind of protect these redcoats, really. Right, let's go in for them. Let's try and push in and just get as much protection as we can. Here we go. So send the dragoons out. The unit of foot is getting double teamed there. Not great. They're sending in their boys here. The rest of our units over here have got some good cover. So we're going to try and even the odds against these French Fusiliers by using our Dragoons. Island Foot are looking alright. Grenadiers will be opening up on these Royal Recruits shortly. They're going to get absolutely bodied. Going to send the Provincial Cav on a little mission if we can. We need to draw these Hussars out first. Once the Hussars have been drawn out, we can then go in over on their Cav. So morale in the centre is looking really good at the moment. Which is really good, because our general is nearby. Because morale is one of the most important things in this game. You know, if your morale collapses, your guys just melt. Enemy morale substantially worse than ours. These Fusiliers are going to break any moment. Great. Let's chase them down and see if we can shatter them. Right. So that's good. We've now broken most of them, so we can now start to push up. Not sure what these boys are playing at. Right, so the Hungarian Hussars are heading over this side, which is fine for us. Right, the Light Dragoons are just peppering away at them, which is exactly what you want. They've shattered, which is really good. Keep the Fusiliers at bay. We should be alright. Right, let's send the Dragoons in. Come on, boys. Get that charge going. Oh, right, so the Hungarian Hussars have charged in there. The charge has fizzled out. The recruits are still standing. Let's get all of our boys in, because we don't want to lose those Redcoat recruits. We can keep them. Be a lot better. Great, our Light Dragoons have now won that fight. Our boys are now there. Right, good. There we go. Well done, boys. Let's keep bouncing. The Redcoat recruits did break as well. That's unfortunate. Let's have these Cav charge there. So the Grenadiers are going to hit the Hungarian recruits. They're going to make it. Our general is uncontrollably charging him. There we go. The Grenadiers have now made it. And there we go. Nice little victory. Took some casualties, probably mostly from the artillery, I would suspect. If I had to guess, that's where most of our casualties probably have come from. There we go, we got some nice stuff. So we got Capture Regimental Flag, Silver Gorget, so these are just bits we can sell. Some more bits for artillery, some Neustadt muskets, just some bits. For this battle, I think we're going to go for the veterancy gain again. Great, so these boys can now become British Battalion Artillery, which is what we wanted. Great, so we've now got some artillery. We're going to give them the howitzers, I think. Then we're going to give them elevation screws. The military treatise. And we will give them the large limber, to be fair. The regimental quartermaster, he should probably go somewhere else. These boys are now ready. Oh no, they're not, because we want them to be Cossack cavalry, not settled hussars. These subsidy recruits, oh, we could potentially turn those into artillery as well. It's quite tempting. But at the same time, we could turn them into Brunswick and musketeers, and then turn them into Jaegers, which I'm quite tempted to do. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to turn them into Brunswick and musketeers. They can have the QM. Actually, do we want them to have the QM? No, let's give them the ramrods. The QM can go on the frontier recruits. Keep those Russian dogs in line. He's British foot. Needs 6 points. Highland foot will need 5 or 6 as well. These British Grenadiers are already at the top of the food chain, as it were. And these guys already come with their little frag grenades. I think we'll give them the blanket rolls, actually. And we are potentially going to be sending them more into melee, so let's give them the Jönköping muskets. There we go. And then let's just replenish our army as best we can. Great. And here we go. He doesn't actually have any artillery here in his battery, so let's go for the cunning because he's got those light dragoons. Also, he needs a hat. There we go. Let's give him a gold hat because he's overall in command. And von Nipphausen, he can just chill there. We're not going to mess around too much with the flags or facings, really. I will admit I don't know quite enough about sort of 18th century uniforms and regiments. What we can do is go to the quartermaster and sell the colours and the gorget and the old muskets, bayonets, just other bits. Let's just sell everything we've got and see if there's anything to get. So in the stable, some better horses, better saddle horse, some hussar sabres. So these guys are going to turn into, we want them to go into Cossack cavalry, don't we? Yeah. Okay. Let's buy some more food. And how much would a 3rd brigade be? 750. I think we will pay for that now. In preparation for getting another brigade, because we are going to end up with another brigade sooner rather than later. I don't think we've been into Ohlendorf yet, have we? So we've got a nice herd here. Oh, get away from that. Don't want to take yeah, that's a good deal. We'll take the excellent greatcoats. And they can go on our grenadiers. Lower melee damage, lower attrition. Hell yeah. Turn the grenadiers into some beefy melee units, I think. So we're looking for more convoys, aren't we? this first map's not particularly large. There's a couple more convoys up there, so let's head up here. See if we can't get another fight en route. Nice little supply cache. Go and take a little poke at that. And face a weak enemy detachment. Yeah, we'll take the provisions. These guys are just going to get absolutely destroyed. 2 recruits and a unit of Austrian provisional cav. Yeah, this should be a very quick battle. Not one to be particularly worried about, I don't think. And what's the battlefield look like? Okay. I think, to be fair, what we're going to do, we're just going to press fast forward and let the enemy come to us. The enemy, I've noticed, will always come to you. The AI is better than it was in the demo version. They sort of will try and like remain in solid lines now, but they will always come for you, which is great for us, you know. So what I think we'll do is we'll just make a nice angled formation to catch them, and we'll just let our troops go ham. So as you can see, they're going to come straight in. The great idea is we'll be able to shoot in just a sec, but they're recruits, so they'll have to get very close. And there we go. Everybody's already starting to open up. There we go. There's one unit already shattered. I don't even know if we've taken any losses yet. We may end up not taking any losses. What I want to do is we're going to hold fire on the Grenadiers because we want them to shoot the cav if they can. Let's try and catch their cav. We don't want them to do much damage. There we go. Their cav have gone. And that's a colossal win for us. And there we go. So it's a nice easy cash. Load of extra gubbins. And we lost 121 men. We will straight up take the veterancy. Beautiful. That's really good. So these frontier recruits are now going to turn into Cossack Cav, which they come with reserve swords, which are pretty shite. But what we can give them is light saddles. Do we want to give them the Spontanes? Probably not, actually. Seems like a bit of a waste. Let's give these guys... Oh no, it's infantry only, isn't it? You guys can have the Spontanes then. Everything else can just be sold, really. The blanket rolls. Kind of everybody's got stuff, really. Just replace all of our troops, replace our ammo. Nothing really lost. We're going to head up to this convoy. Oh, hello. Let's take this army as well. We got some Jaegers, 3 units of recruits and some arty. This shouldn't be a problem. They've got no cav to bother us, so we'll send our cav around to take out the arty. Yeah. Cavalry, send out on the flanks, take the artillery. Everything else can just be shot to death. So what we'll do, our light dragoons will stick on that flank. Our Cossack cav will stick on this flank. Our provincial, actually. Let's keep our dragoons in the centre, should we need them. And we already start on a hill, which is really nice. So we never even used our RT, did we? So we'll set up our artillery there. Our foot regiments, let's push forwards. Get our grenadiers pushed forwards. Get our recruits pushed forwards. Send our Cossacks out. Our light dragoons, send them to hold the flanks. This regiment of foot, send up there. Send these provincial cav up here. Let's see what they decide to do. So they're shooting at the Highland foot. Not great. Not terrible. So let's have them in this forest. Send this regiment of foot up there. Grenadiers, gonna hold the line. These recruits, gonna go up there. Central dragoons up. Don't actually have any recruits anymore, do we? Our artillery is just going to bombard away. Our little howitzers. What are they shooting at? Yeah, keep shooting the Jaegers. They're the only real risk here. The Jaegers potentially will force us into them, if that makes sense. Let's just pull back a little bit so we make sure we've got the full weight of our troops on. The thin red line has got a little thinner. So the Crown and recruits are now being potted. Their army has broken up ever so slightly. Light dragoons are now. So the enemy can now see that they are being quite badly flanked here. Which will concern them and break up their line quite nicely, which is really good for us. Great, so that unit's shattered, so we've now got no real reason to fear what's going to happen next. So now let's have this unit pull fire on the Jaegers, because these Crownlian recruits have broken. And these guys are having an epic because they don't know what to do. Very high morale, these guys. Right, so that battery is gone. Lovely. Potentially might be able to just destroy these Growling recruits immediately. 2 units of cav charging in them. They're disorganised. They're taking very heavy losses here. Very heavy losses. Morale is going down. Morale is... Oh, we're going to be alright. We're going to be alright. We're going to take more casualties than we wanted to, but yeah, we've won. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Jolly good stuff. Oh, nice. Got some good little bits for artillery. Ooh, and heavy socket bayonets. Those can go on the Grenadiers. So we did lose a few troops, but not enough that we need to bother with conscripts. So once again, we're just going to take the veterancy. It's always worth just taking the veterancy. So these British foot are 1 level away from becoming veteran foot. These Highland foot are quite a lot away from becoming Highland Grenadiers. These provincial cavalry, however, they could be light dragoons, but I want them to be full dragoons here. So we're not going to worry about that. This chap has got a level up, which is nice. We're going to give him that. And we're going to swap those two. We're going to leave the light dragoons in his brigade. Should we make these guys light dragoons as well, actually? We could make these guys light dragoons too. Make this almost like a cavalry brigade. That's quite tempting, actually. First, these Grenadiers need heavy socket bayonets, because of course they do. Highland foot will give the entrenching tools too. Gun picks, let's give to our regiment of British foot. These guys can just take the normal bayonets. It keeps them healthy. The canister rounds. They'll need to go on cannons, really. That's 6-1 off, doesn't the other, really, isn't it? Give the Highland foot the... we can't give them the entrenching tools. Why not? Interesting. Grenadiers. Actually, no, let's give them the Beagles. We could even give them shoes. I'll spend 150. Yeah, why not? They're going to be with us forever. And these guys are going to become the Grenadier Guards. Extraordinarily famous regiment of the British Army. I think the oldest. They are a Guards regiment. It's British foot. We will make them the Coldstream Guards. The Highland Regiment is going to become the Black Watch. Famous regiment. And these are going to be a regiment of the Royal Artillery. Cool. I'm tempted, because of this, I'm tempted to make these guys light dragoons as well. I don't know whether these dragoons can take carbines. These guys obviously can. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to go for another regiment of light dragoons. We need to get them some carbines. So we do need to go into a town. And go to the gunsmith. so that we can get some carbines. We'll just buy some Potsdam carbines. Sell some of our other gubbins. Do a sweet little trade, and then these guys can now have some carbines. And in the barracks, what can we get? We can get a unit of subsidy recruits, or a unit of redcoat recruits. We can also get a noble. You come with nothing, but that's not the worst thing in the world. That isn't the worst thing in the world. I mean, for 62, kind of worth it, isn't he? Van Dackenhausen. He gets a silver hat because he's not in command. Let's just give our army a replenish. We could do with another unit, really. For a cheap musket, we can get a regiment. I think that's a good deal there. Because we did have... Is it the gunsmith? Yeah, there we go. 75. We can get ourselves a cheap regiment. Oh, nice, and their redcoats as well. Phenomenal. I need to kill 2 more convoys. So let's head back to Osnabrück. The enemy army will be coming soon. Ooh, look at these. Very expensive guns, but very, very good. Right, we need to just do these last couple of convoys really to try and get our doctrine if we can. Phenomenal. Huge win. What do these provide? Melee damage. Their move speed's not bad actually. Let's chuck that on. And the coffee rations can't be given to anyone because these guys already have beer. Don't worry about the coffee. Oh, actually, hold on. With these guys, the coffee, and they can have the entrenching tools as well. And then let's take this fight. Can't see another convoy yet. What have these guys got? 3 units of recruits, 1 unit of actual muskets, and for field artillery. This shouldn't be a problem. Should be an easy one. So what I think we're going to do, we're going to move our cav up there. Swap these positions so the redcoats are more in the centre, and our light dragoons are going to hit up the flanks, whilst the Grenadier Guards hold the front and centre. So let's send you boys up there, you boys up there. You boys up there. You boys up there. So you boys up there. You boys up there. And then light dragoons. Let's send you boys out there. And you are going to hang about over here. The Cossack cavalry. Start sending them over. So we'll unlimber our artillery. Let's get our guardsmen up. Get the Black Watch sorted. Get the Coldstream Guards over. And what we'll do is we'll get our light dragoons to start pouring fire into the Hungarian Fusiliers, because once those Fusiliers are broken, the rest of their army will not be a problem. Good, so those boys are now shattered. Their artillery's now panicking, and all we've got left is these Hungarian recruits, which won't be a problem. And there we go. Oh, so everything else is basically shattered already. Apart from this one unit of crown recruits. We've now got the Cossacks coming in. Meanwhile, the charge of the light brigades occurring over it. They're just racking up more experience, which is a bit pointless really, because they're kind of full. And I can slow the Cossack cavalry charge. Slow boys, and there we go. Happy days. Good victory there, really. Not too bad. Nice, got some more good stuff. Let's continue to exchange for veterancy, because veterancy is what we really, really need out of here. Excellent, so our Coldstream Guards can now become veteran foot. That's really, really nice. Our light dragoons can go no further. Our Brunswick Musketeers, they need one more level to become Jaegers. Our Cossacks are kind of as far as they can go. The Black Watch are as far as they can go. These guys really haven't been getting the experience I was hoping they would get. Just give these guys great coats, why not? It's just less melee damage really. Let's bulk up our troops and we continue. Right, we need another convoy. Oh, it's miles away. We should make it in time, but that is quite far. Just quickly checking Tecklenburg and see what's in the barracks. It'd be pretty sweet to get another unit of Highland Foot, I have to say. Let's sell all of these bits. Or we could just afford another unit of Highland Foot. I'm going to do it. The Highland Foot are a really, really solid unit. Checking these slums. Yes, that's worth it. Got a big army here. I say it's a big army. We need to focus more on the convoy. It would be a decent fight to take, but we need to get this convoy secured ASAP so that we can get our doctrine. Yeah, phenomenal. Right, so we'll provide... and there we go. Oh, huge win. Heavy saddles as well. Yeah, massive win for us. So these Cossacks can now get the heavy saddles for more melee damage. And we've got more spirits, which we'll give to the jocks. So we've now got another unit of Highland Foot, which is really, really nice. And let's take that fight, why not? But we're going to take this fight in the next episode. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the content. Do leave a comment, let me know what you think about this new series, if you're enjoying it, if you want to see more of it. Yeah, if you like the content, leave a like. If you disliked it, feel free to leave a dislike, but do leave a comment, let me know why. I am hoping to finish the Call to Arms Red Tide series, but something's gone a little bit haywire with the game, and it CTDs every time I open it, so I don't know whether a mod's broken it or what, but I am trying to bug fix that. Once I manage to get that all sorted, we will finish that campaign. But yeah, as always guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode, and this has been Max Sleepy, signing off. Thank you.